capital of Ekiti State, Nigeria. This is the news from here and around the world. News with no bias, no exemptions, including nothing but the truth. This is Ayoba 95.1 FM News. Here is your headline.
From the live studio of Ayoba 95.1 FM, here's the news highlight. Ekiti State Government will on Wednesday, today, December 17th, 2025, disburse 1 billion naira to 4,657 beneficiaries under its Bring Back Our Youth in Agriculture program. The disbursement ceremony is scheduled to take place at the Oshun Pavilion Government House at Ekiti by 10 a.m. In a statement made available to journalists in Ekiti from the program's last farming season, Ekiti State Governor Mr. Biodu Yebanji has called on friends, associates and general public to refrain from organizing birthday celebrations or placing newspaper advertisements ahead of his 58th birthday on December 21st, 2025. He urged well wishers who wish to celebrate him to instead donate cash or materials to less privileged children, particularly the state government special schools and care centers for children and persons with disabilities in Ikore-Ekiti, Ikere-Ekiti, Ido-Ekiti, and Ado-Ekiti. He has presented its certificate of return to its candidate for the June 2026 Ekiti State governorship election, Okpeyemi Falego. The party's national chairman is in Abuja. 2025. Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has said strong collaboration between government and the private sector is critical to bridging the housing deficit in Lagos, stressing that affordable and sustainable housing cannot be delivered by government alone. Sanwo-Olu made this known on Wednesday at the 6th Lagos Real Estate Marketplace Conference, organized by the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Agency. The governor said his administration is committed to building an inclusive and sustainable housing sector for all residents, but noted that achieving this goal requires the active participation of private developers, financial institutions, and investors. The First Lady's elderly citizens across Oyo State. At the third edition of a renewed open initiative elderly support scheme with the theme Finding Joy in Old Age, each of the 250 the First Lady, who was represented by wife of Oyo's Governor, Mrs. Tamuno Nemeni Makinde, urged the elderly to prioritize for the vacant Awujalo stool of Ijabu land, following the postponement of the nomination meeting earlier scheduled by the Fusungboa ruling house. The nomination exercise, which was to take place on Monday at Base Road Hall, GRA Jabode, was suspended after the ruling process and ensuring compliance with existing laws. The federal government has moved to bolster its air power with the acquisition of 24 M three 46 FA fighter aircraft from Italy, a deal that represents the largest single purchase of military jets by any country in West Africa. The agreement was reached with Italian aerospace and defense company Leonardo SPA and is estimated to be worth about 1.2 billion euros. Beyond the aircraft themselves, the package covers maintenance and long-term support, signaling a focus on sustaining combat readiness rather than short-term capability. The purchase forms part of Nigeria's wider military modernization program aimed at strengthening the Nigerian Air Force. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Wale Edu, opened up on Tuesday that the federal government recorded a significant revenue shortfall in the 2025 fiscal year. He noted that while the federal government projected 40.8 trillion naira revenue for this year, it ended up making only 10.7 trillion naira. Edu made the disclosure while appearing before the House of Representatives Committee on Finance and National Planning during an interactive session on the 2026 to 2028 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework and Fiscal Strategy paper. The Director General of National Pension Commission, Ms. Omolola Oloworaron, says the Commission has begun the disbursement of 758 billion naira bond approved by the federal government to clear outstanding pension liabilities. Oloworaron said this while giving a one-year scorecard at the Pension Revolution Summit in Abuja. She said that the 758 billion naira bond approved by President Bola Tinubu in February had been cashed, while over 600 billion naira had been disbursed to clear the outstanding liabilities. Members of the People's Democratic Party National Working Committee, led by Tani Muturaki, on Tuesday, held a meeting with former governors and ministers elected and appointed on the platform of the party. The meeting forms part of the series of consolidation engagements scheduled by the Turaki-led leadership to rally support from influential party stakeholders following the November 15th and 16th National Elective Convention held in Ibadan, Oyo State. Among those in attendance were former Niger State Governor Babangida Aliyu and former Kano State Governor Ibrahim Shekarau, alongside several former ministers, many of whom served during the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan. In business, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, has told international investors that Nigeria remains committed to macroeconomic stability as the country pursues economic reforms amid global financial uncertainty and persistent domestic pressure. Mr. Cardoso spoke on Monday in Washington, D.C. at the U.S.-Nigerian Executive Business Roundtable, where he engaged senior business leaders and institutional investors on Nigeria's economic outlook. In entertainment, the Lagos State Police Command has arrested and detained popular TikTok streamer Habib Hamzat, popularly known as Pella, following a viral video showing him driving and threatening to crash his car while live streaming. The action resulted in a road crash on the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway in Lagos. In a statement issued on Tuesday and signed by the police public relations officer, Abimbola Adebisi, the force said the arrest followed the circulation of a video recorded on Sunday in which the 20-year-old content creator was seen driving while visibly distressed and eventually crashing his vehicle. In sport, Egypt ended a confident Boston win over African Cup of Nations rival Nigeria days before the tournament start. In a lively warm-up friendly in Cairo on Tuesday night, Egypt took a deserved lead from Mahmoud Sabah just before the half-hour mark. The Z striker was set up by the impressive Zizou, who was a menace to Nigeria throughout, to tap in at the back post. Meanwhile, Chelsea and England goalkeeper Anna Amtin has been crowned the winner of the 2025 FIFA Best Women's Goalkeeper Award. Amtin edged out a late competition, including that of Nigerians Chiamaka Inadozie, to claim one of the most prestigious individual prizes in women's football. And finally, on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday ordered a total blockage of all sanctioned oil tankers entering and leaving Venezuela, escalating pressure on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro by striking his government's main source of income. In a post on Truth Social, Trump accused Venezuela of using oil revenues to finance drug trafficking and other crimes while pledging to sustain the military buildup. The Venezuelan government moved quickly in response, charging that Trump's action violated international law, free trade rules, and the principle of free navigation. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said revised U.S. brokered peace plans could be presented to Russia within days following successful talks in Berlin. The Ukrainian president left Germany confident that proposals negotiated with the U.S. would soon be finalized after receiving crucial security guarantees from his European allies and Washington. And that Ayoba Newsroom Highlight is edited by Compassion Adebayo. I am Muyosola Zubar. Thank you for listening.
Number 1. There is something magical about those two words. For you to be number one radio station, you've got to be number one in the reading book of your listener. The number one station they can rely on for up-to-date news, sport news, maximum entertainment.